Today, I'm going to help you understand legacy admissions a bit more. We're going to be talking about which colleges have legacy admissions, which colleges eliminated legacy admissions, and then the new legislation that passed that also eliminates legacy admissions. We're also going to be talking about why people and legislation are moving against legacy admissions and whether or not they are equitable. And lastly, I'm going to be talking about what this means for you as a student applying to college. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Dylan Ellis. I'm a college admissions coach and the founder of NextGen Admit. We help students craft authentic and standout applications that get accepted to their dream schools. So if that sounds like something you want for yourself, then stick around and follow this channel because I post lots of college application and college admissions related videos. So to get everybody on the same page, legacy admission is giving a preference to applicants who have family ties to alumni of that university. So if you have two different students and they are quite nearly the same in terms of where they rank on their grades, their GPA, their extracurriculars, their essays, all that stuff, but one of them, their dad went to that university, then that person will have a much higher chance or be given preference in admissions compared to this person. Typically, legacy status refers to direct relatives, for example, parents, but some institutions may extend their considerations to siblings, grandparents, aunts, uncles. In rare cases, certain universities may even consider distant relatives, but that's usually pretty rare. It varies by school, so that's why it's important to research each institution's policies. All right, so which colleges consider legacy admissions? Typically, we'll see this in a lot of highly selective and highly competitive universities. They will consider legacy status as part of their holistic admissions process. So examples of these schools include Harvard, Princeton, Stanford, Yale, the University of Pennsylvania, Dartmouth, Georgetown University, Cornell, Duke, UNC Chapel Hill, and Vanderbilt University. Now, I also want to note that having a legacy status does not guarantee admissions. You absolutely can be rejected even if your parent went to that school. It is still very, very important to craft a strong and standout college application. Now, in recent years, several colleges have been moving away from legacy admissions and actually abolishing them in their college application process. And they're doing this in an effort to promote diversity and equity. We'll talk more about the equity stuff in a sec. So some notable schools that no longer consider legacy status in admissions include Pomona College, which ended it in 2017, Johns Hopkins University ended it in 2020, Amherst College ended it in 2021, Boston University ended it in 2023, Carnegie Mellon, Virginia Tech, and Wesleyan University also ended it in 2023. California Institute of Technology never considered legacy in admissions. And same for the Massachusetts Institute of Technology, MIT. Now, some states have actually taken legislative action against legacy admission. Very recently, California passed a law that prohibits private and public universities in California from giving admissions preference based on family connections. And that includes both legacy and donor preferences. This is interesting because it particularly affects these California schools, so this means that now Stanford is going to have to change their admissions process in accordance with this new law. So this move by the state of California reflects a larger trend that has been growing over the years toward making college admissions more merit-based, diverse, and accessible. There have been other similar legislative efforts in other states as well, so it'll be interesting to see how this continues to unfold. Now let's talk about whether legacy admissions are equitable or inequitable, so you can understand how it works, what it means, and what the implications are year after year of perpetuating legacy admissions. So historically, these elite colleges would give preference to students who had family ties to alumni. The reason why these colleges started doing that was so that they could maintain strong ties with very influential families, typically families that would have a lot of money that they would be able to donate to their university. And of course, the universities love money and they always want more of it. Now, the consequences of legacy admissions is that it perpetuates a lot of systemic inequalities. So let's talk about how that works. By giving preference to family connections over merit, these colleges are often giving an advantage to families that are predominantly wealthy and white. Children of alumni already have this built-in privilege by being raised in families with college-educated parents from elite institutions. So they are statistically far more likely to grow up in wealthy households, attend well-funded schools, receive expensive, high-quality tutoring, and gain access to other resources and networks that will help them succeed. So on top of all of these built-in life benefits, legacy admissions gives them another advantage. So it works to keep these people with all of these privileges in these elite institutions, and therefore making it harder for first-generation and low-income students to attain access to that same education. And year after year, this cycle just continues, and you can see how it becomes harder for low-income families and students to attain social and economic mobility and create generational wealth for their families. All right, that was that lesson. Let's talk about what this means for you now that you're applying to college. First off, it's important to research, as I will always say, research every school and their specific policies regarding legacy admissions. If you are a student who has legacy status, if your parents went to an elite school, I am not trying to shame you. I think that's great, and it's wonderful to have that privilege. So if you're a legacy student and you're going into the admissions process hoping to get that boost, I want you to know that it is not guaranteed, as I said before, and it is only a slight boost. So it could be a determining factor that tips over, but at the end of the day, you still need to have all of the other factors that make you a strong competitive applicant, such as unique extracurriculars that show your intellectual vitality and your ability to make an impact on a big scale. You, of course, need high grades and high scores. And then most importantly, a strong and compelling college essay. Your story is what is truly going to set you apart. And I speak now to anyone watching this video, not just the legacy students, not just the students who are not legacy, all of you guys. Your story is so important because so many other students will have the same things as you, right? They'll have similar backgrounds, they'll have similar grades, they'll have similar extracurriculars. No one has the exact same thoughts as you, the way that you think, the way that you solve problems, the way that you work with other people. Those unique values are the things that you need to identify for yourself and then effectively communicate in your college essays. This is how you craft a strong application and you don't rely on whatever background you have. I make these videos because I want to help you reach your dream schools. And if you're on board, you're like, heck yeah, Dylan, I also want to get into my dream schools, tell me how to do it, then I have something that I put together just for you, and it's completely free. I will teach you all of the elements that you need to create a standout application, so you are not relying on factors that are out of your control. I will teach you how to take control and set yourself apart this college application season with really actionable strategies. You can register for this masterclass at nextgenadmit.com/masterclass. I swear you're not gonna regret it. Like, once you attend, you're gonna be so thankful that you have all of this knowledge and information that I didn't get to have when I was applying to college. You will not regret it, but you might regret not watching it. At the end of the day, college admissions is a game of strategy. And it's kind of unfortunate, but it's true. And I am all about creating authentic applications so you can win this game of strategy while also staying true to who you are and staying true to your core values. Because a lot of college admissions consultants will try to morph you into someone that you're not and put you in a box, and it becomes really icky and questionable, honestly. And I'm not about that. I want to make sure that this college application process is as easy and stress-free as it can possibly be, and that you are doing it in a way that feels right to you, so that by the time that you're done submitting your application, you can look back at it and think, wow, I am so proud of myself. I am so impressed with myself. This encapsulates exactly who I am, and that is so amazing. You're gonna go through incredible transformational growth when you do the college application process in this way, but especially when you follow this framework that I've proven, because it's not gonna be this stressful hell of piecing together a haphazard strategy that isn't really a strategy, you're just kind of winging it. but instead you are intentional, you know what steps to take, you're saving time, you're not wasting it doing a bunch of other stuff that is not worth your time, and you are building a solid foundation from the ground up. That's what I'm gonna help you do. So I appreciate you if you're still here and you listen to me give that whole rant. I'm very passionate about this, as you can tell. I hope you found this video helpful. I am here to support you in any way that I can. All of my links, my resources, all that fun stuff can be found in the description below. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and let me know what other kinds of videos you want me to create. All right, thank you so much. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.